Hey everyone, and welcome to the reloaded version of Start of the Week, episode number 1. This series is all about you guys, the collectors. Every Monday, we'll spotlight the pickups that you guys send in. Whether it's a rare find, a childhood favorite, or just something that spoke to you at a show or online, I want to hear those stories and share them with the community. And to kick things right off, we are doing a giveaway, courtesy of a good friend of mine, Mike Boog, who promotes and runs the monthly Fishkill Sports Card Show in Fishkill, New York. Mike is a huge supporter of the community, this hobby, and he has built a great following and a great local show every single month up in Fishkill. On top of all that, he's got a killer eBay store with an array of vintage beauties. This week's giveaway is so awesome. Mike's generosity is just beyond the charts. The 64, not just any 64, this is the 1964 Topps Venezuelan of Juan Marichal, the winningest pitcher of the 1960s. For one, if you want to enter, just be subscribed to the channel. Number 2 is leave a comment on this video. That's it. And I will randomly select a winner on next Monday's episode. All right, everybody, so let's go ahead and kick this off right now. Let's get into the pickups. The first and only submission for the reloaded start of the week comes from Jay. He is no stranger to our community. This is Jay from J Average Vintage Collector. He emailed me and wrote the following. Sammy, I am not sure if this qualifies or not, but I'm going with my 62 Boog Powell Venny. I wish there was a better story, but I haven't bought anything significant since Strongsville, and I haven't bought anything from COMC since 2021. So I just happened to go on it and treat myself for my birthday and stumbled on it. I didn't specifically search for Venezuelan cards, did a Boog search and sorted by biggest discount. Lo and behold, there it was. I was in shock because I couldn't believe it was there. I don't know much about Vennies, but I do know they can be rare and a little pricey. After doing a quick search on eBay, I couldn't find another, and very few came up in 130 point. $30. I thought it was a steal, but I couldn't find another be wrong. Regardless, so happy I was able to add it. And here is the card that Jay is referring to, the 1962 Topps Venezuelan of Boog Powell, his rookie card. And to say, Jay is absolutely right, these cards can be few and far between to find. I, for example, was at the Delaware card show and I found this 66 Topps Venny of Boog Powell, and I knew I had to get it because I knew Jay would love it. But that is the card that Jay is submitting with us. Thank you so much, Jay, for taking the time to send me this as well as the story. It's just a phenomenal looking card. All right, y'all, so like I mentioned, there are times in this themed episode or series, the reloaded start of the week, that if I have pickups, I will happily share them. The 1958 Hires Root Beer Willie Mays with the tab. I have the one without the tab, but I wanted to get the one with the tab. These were featured in the Hires Root Beer you would buy, and you can rip the tab off in the back. This is what it says. You can send it in to Hires Baseball Club today. You would get a valuable membership card and a Hires How to Play Baseball book. How this came to be. Essentially, my buddy Micah on a Facebook group, we had 2 of these. He had one in an SGC 7 with the old label, and he had this PSA 4. Ultimately, he landed on a deal for $2,600 for this. Now, how this came to be was this was contingent on whether or not the reholder process for the SGC 7 was going to be successful. And we know recently that SGC has considerably slowed down their process. About 2 months, I want to say, for Micah to get his reholdered SGC 7 back. And so he finally did. The day finally came. He texted me after many exchanges back and forth, me checking in, hey, what status is it in? What status is it in? And repeat it over and over. Micah finally came back to me and said, I got the reholder grade, ready to send this one to you. And what an absolute rare beauty this is. It's hard enough to find the card by itself. It's even harder to find them with the tab. These are the kind of cards that you only really see come up during auctions and such. I think there's reason to be really excited about the next one. Next one is none other than the Christy Mathewson and the Max Stein photographs from 1909 to 1916. The PC 758. The postcards, you guys know how I feel about the postcards. This one is a rare and unique beauty of all sorts. And a wide display of public fandom of none other than the Christian gentleman Christy Mathewson. The classic pose that you would actually find in the Leafs Premium. Same pose. But this is just an absolute beauty. This one, the origin, was from another Net54 success. I put a post out there, an inquiry, saying looking to buy Christy Mathewson postcards. I didn't hear anything for a little bit. I would say about 2 or 3 months later, I finally get a response. A private message from a fellow Mathewson collector who was potentially looking to unload on some of his Mathewson postcards. And he said, listen, Sammy, I have some of these. I'm not itching to get rid of them, but if you have an offer you want to make, let me know. So we emailed back and forth a little bit, and I said, this is what I'm interested in. I'd like to offer, I think I offered $3,600 for this. And the seller came back and said, I got to stay firm at $4,000. And I said, that is absolutely fair. That is okay. $4,000 it is. Now I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. I reached out to my buddy Aaron from Value Vintage Cards, and I said, Aaron, I know you and I are both cut from the same cloth when it comes to collecting. What do you think? What is the maximum I should pay for this Max Stein photograph of Mathewson? And he said, Sammy, I probably would not pay more than $4,000. I want to thank you for helping me acquire this card. It is, again, an absolute rare and unique beauty. The Max Stein photograph from 1909 to 1916. So now finally we'll close this out. If you picked up something recently, raw, graded, vintage, oddball, etc., I'd love to showcase it in a future episode. Just send a clear photo and a short story about your pickup to sammythundercards@gmail.com. I will try to include as many as I can each week. That's going to do it for episode 1 of Start of the Week Reloaded. Big thanks to Jay for submitting your Boog Powell rookie card, Benny, and an extra shout out to Mike Bokar from the Fishkill Sports Card Show for providing this Juan Marichal for a giveaway. Make sure to check out his eBay store. I'll drop the link in the description below. Good luck to everybody entering the giveaway, and I will see you right back here next Monday. Take care and keep collecting.